Hello everyone. Today I would like to read out the 10th chapter titled The Facts from my manuscript Machines Are My Best Friends. This is a work of fiction. Any resemblance to actual persons living or dead or to real events is purely coincidental. The themes explored in this work are not intended to portray or represent any specific individual or community. I'll read out the chapter. That night, Archana was thinking about Arjun and Anamika's story. The machine, a little distance away, was looking at her. The clock struck 7 p.m. Sandeep was back home from work. The laptop quickly transformed itself into an old desktop. This time, Archana simply looked at it and smiled. Archana served Sandeep some food. Then she said, Sandeep, the story that I'm writing now needs some research. I'll be away from home for some time. Sandeep said, Can you manage alone? I can take a few days leave and travel with you. She replied, No, that's fine. I can manage. Sandeep asked, So which place are you traveling to this time? Kerala. I just need to check a few facts. I'll be back soon, she said. Sandeep agreed and Archana was ready with her travel bag the next day. While Sandeep was getting ready, she went close to the desktop and said, You take care of yourself. I'll be back in a few days. Maybe I'll get some news for you about your family's well being. The machine said, That's very kind of you. Please inform my wife Asha that I'm fine. Archana said, Please don't expect me to narrate the story to her. She might be just another Sandeep who will not believe the story. In fact, anyone with a little bit of common sense would take the story with a pinch of salt. The machine replied, Yes, you're right. Then it continued, There is an old diary of mine in my workstation. I have hidden it between some books. I have pictures of Anamika in it. Anamika from school days, college days, and office life. Can you bring back that diary and place it somewhere here in your workstation? Archana said, Her soul is with you. Then why do you need her photo and the diary? The machine replied softly, I have lots of good memories in them. Archana smiled and said, I'll try. Don't you want your wife's photo? She has spent a lifetime with you, nurturing your family and taking care of everything. The machine was silent. Archana had mixed feelings about Arjun and felt sorry for Asha. Sandeep dropped her at the airport, and in a few hours, Archana was in Kerala, standing in front of Arjun's house. As soon as she opened the gate, she saw a middle aged lady with long hair that almost touched her knees, sitting on a swing in the portico of the house. She looked sad and lost in thoughts. Archana said, Hello, can I meet Asha, Arjun's wife? The lady replied, I am Asha. Hi, I'm Arjun's classmate from school. We studied together in the 6th grade. She looked surprised and sat up from the swing. Are you Anamika? She asked. No, I'm Archana, his school friend. I got to know about the accident. Please accept my condolences. Asha welcomed Archana inside the house and quickly went into the kitchen. Archana sighed in relief and thought, Thank God, I can easily prove to Sandeep that I am not hallucinating. Asha returned in a couple of minutes and served Archana some warm herbal water that had a pleasant smell and a unique taste. Asha asked, Do you know Anamika? Archana thought for a while and said, We were in the same grade but in different sections. Asha began speaking. Arjun and I had purchased this house just a few months before the accident. He had gone out to get some vegetables from a nearby shop on the highway. While crossing the road, I don't know how he missed seeing the truck coming from the opposite direction. He's usually very careful. She paused for a moment. The name Anamika was always something that caused disturbance in his life. He was too attached to her. Ultimately, that name became the reason for his death, too. Archana listened silently. Just when he was crossing the road, there was a middle aged lady behind him. Her name was also Anamika. Her friend called her name aloud from a distance. Arjun turned around when he heard that name. At that moment, a truck passing by lost control and I lost my Arjun forever. Asha looked down. We were living happily all these years. He had been a good husband to me. He had also told me about his closeness to Anamika. Initially, I was not comfortable with it, but later I realized that accepting the truth made life easier. She continued gently. I usually don't talk so freely to anyone, but I don't know why I felt like sharing this with you. Archana held her hand gently and said, I feel so sorry for you. Where are your children? I have only one son. He's studying medicine in Bangalore. In fact, he left just a few days ago. I have memories of Arjun here, so I don't feel like staying away from this place. Archana was in two minds about whether she should tell Asha about the machine and Arjun's soul in it. She decided not to say anything. Then they spoke for a long time and had lunch together. By evening, it was time for Archana to leave. Archana said, Do you mind if I ask you something? She continued. Arjun maintained a diary during his school days. He also had some photographs from school in it. If you don't mind, can you share those photographs with me? I know it may not be the right time to ask. Asha smiled. That is Arjun's room. Let's look for the diary. Archana knew exactly where the diary was placed. While Asha looked elsewhere, Archana quietly reached the spot where the machine had mentioned and found the diary and photographs. I found them, Archana said. Asha replied gently, You can take both. I am sure that diary has stories about Anamika. I do not want to see them again and get hurt. I just want to live with the good memories of Arjun. Archana said sincerely, Thank you so much. I must say one thing. Arjun was really lucky. Asha, I haven't seen a lady who's so caring and understanding. Asha smiled. Archana then asked, Arjun's parents, do they still live in the same sea facing house? Yes, Asha said. They live close to Alapura beach. I would like to visit them too. Could you please share their address? Asha happily shared the details. Archana left Arjun and Asha's home feeling relieved. She realized that she was not writing a fictional story about Arjun and Anamika. The machine story appeared to be true. Now she was holding the diary and the photographs, evidence that supported the story. Archana returned to her hotel and waited for the next day to visit Arjun's parents. But another question began to trouble her. She grew curious about Anamika. If the other star beside Arjun is not Anamika, then whose soul is Arjun living with? Both in the grave and now in the sky? That night she sat by the window, trying to trace the star again in the sky. It almost felt as if the star was visible only from her home and from Arjun's eyes. That's all for the day. Do let me know your thoughts about the story by writing in the comments section. Thanks for watching and thanks for your time.